Share the feed. This way more people can get this information, because we do not know this information. People do not know this information. I can't stress it enough. Over the weekend, as a celebrity weekend, we visited, a couple of different folks, and we went to some friends that are very well-to-do, had amazing careers, sit on different boards and election boards and all these different types of organization boards. And I was chatting with the wife, and I said, well, how was retirement, right? I always like to ask people who are retired, how was retirement? And she said, it's going okay. And I said, if you don't mind me asking, right, since I'm wearing my professional financial hat, to be honest with me, what you've done in your career when you were working, she was a nurse, a midwife nurse, so she delivered a lot of babies, right? Very, very influential, very, very amazing in what she does. Top, like great career, great money, great everything, great house, everything. And she said, to be honest with you, it's not enough. I said, well, what did your job give you? She said, I have a pension, I have Social Security, I have rental income from one of the homes. And I said, why? What do you mean it's not enough? I said, you had a great career, you had a great job, you made a lot of money, and being a midwife and as a nurse, like you had a good package. Guys, most people don't account for long-term care, right? And one of the things that she said why it's not enough, as she's aging and getting older, she's not able to do the things that she used to do, of course. And this is why people don't plan for these things, because they don't see these things happening, right? They don't plan for it. So she said to me, I applied for long-term care with the government, or some kind of health aid, and they denied me, of course. And I said, well, you have assets, you have a house, you have real estate. Of course they're going to deny you, right? You can't hide these things. I say all of this to say, people know how to make money, but they don't know how to protect their assets. They know how to make money, but they don't know how to protect their assets. And here we are with people who done everything right that they tell us to do in college, right? Go to school, get a good job, get a good pension, get a good 401k, get a good whatever, and still it's not enough. There's something that we're missing. There's information that we're missing, because how could you work so hard, save all this money, but then when you're in your 80s and 90s or even 70s, it's not enough. Social Security is not enough. Every one of you on this call right now, you could go to the Social Security website, put in your information, and it will tell you exactly how much money you're projected to have. I've never seen anything over 5,000. I don't even think I've ever seen anything over 3,000. So when people say, I have Social Security, I have pension, I have this, I have that, it sounds good, but how much is that gonna pay out, right? And the longer we live, nothing gets less, it goes up. So it really, really broke my heart, and I was upset that someone never sat with this couple, never shared this information and said, hey, you got a lot of stuff, but this is what we need to do to make sure we have a lot of stuff, we keep a lot of stuff. Many people don't realize this, that as they get older, there's different types of things that's gonna pop up. And if you have assets, you ain't getting nothing free from the government. If you have a home, you ain't getting nothing free from the government, right? So today we're gonna talk about building and accumulating wealth. Because some people know how to make money, but they don't know how to create that wealth so they can keep that money. So when they get to 70s and 80s and 90s, you'd never want to think about it's not enough. It's not enough. Or worried that now you have to have someone come live in your house to rent them, right? So three things we're going to talk. Pick the top three things that are important to you guys. Do you want to learn to save and grow your money? Is that important? How about saving for your kids if you have kids? And even if you don't have kids, like myself, I still want to make sure my nieces and nephew have a head start, have a better future, right? So if you don't have kids, maybe your godkids, your stepkids, your nieces, your nephew. And if you have kids, do you want to save for your kids? How about retiring comfortably? Guys, the number one thing that's on people who are retired, their mind, is outliving their money. So if they're worried about outliving their money, is that a comfortable retirement? No, you're stressed. You're worried, right? You're still living paycheck to paycheck, even in retirement. How about protecting your family's income? Or protecting your family from unforeseen setbacks. Guys, things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. So we have to put strategies in place to offset those things when it does happen. Control what you can, ensure what you cannot. We're gonna get sick, we're gonna die, right? Control what you can, ensure what you cannot. So you're never free until you're financially free. Now I want to talk about 3 rules to money. The first rule is compound interest, which maybe some people have heard about it, but they don't know how does that relate to their money. So my uncle Albert Einstein created this rule, and it's a simple formula that takes the number 72. You're going to divide it by the rate of return, or the interest, and that will tell you how many years your money is going to take to double, right? So let's put that into numbers. If you're saving your money, investing your money anywhere, earning 4%, 72 divided by 4 is 18 years. Your money is going to take 18 years to double. So 10,000 will take 18 years before it turns to 20, and another 18 years before it doubles to 40. So you could have somebody saving 10,000 and they're getting a whopping 4%, and they think they're doing great, but that's only going to be 40,000. Can anybody retire in any part of the USA with 40,000? No. But what if you're getting 12%? 72 divided by 12 is now 6. Your money's going to double every 6 years, right? So now 36 years, you look up, you got 640,000. So what we teach our community is we got to look at the interest, and depending on where your money is sitting, is it compound interest or simple interest? Simple interest is what the banks are giving us, right? And do you want to put your money where the bank is putting your money, or do you want to put your money with the bank? I say that to say, when we put our money with the bank is taking our money and they're going and invest it somewhere else. And I'm going to share my screen, right? This is a public website, usbanklocations.com. When you and I put our money in the bank is taking our money and they're going and invest it in life insurance. Every bank in America has money in life insurance. I'm sure some of you will recognize your bank. Bank of America at the top, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, all the banks are here. Why are they putting money in a life insurance company? They're not insuring a human being life. They're not trying to bury someone, right? Why are they putting that money there? Well, I'm going to bring you back to this chart. When you and I put our money with the bank, are we even getting 4%? No, we're not. We're not getting 4%. We're lucky if we even get 2%, and that's a CD. So when we put our money with the bank, earning less than 1%, the bank is taking some of that money and they're reinvesting it and putting it with life insurance. Now they're getting this 12%, and then they're going to give us the crumbs. So the number one rule is, let's get our money to compound for ourselves. Let's skip the bank and go put our money where the bank is putting our money, so we could make this $640,000, as opposed to the bank making this $640,000, then just giving us 1% of our money. And as you guys may or may not know, Google your banks. What interest are you getting? 0.06. That is not even 1%. But even if you were getting 1%, 72 divided by 1 is 72 years. Many people will never in their lifetime see their money double if it's sitting in the bank. Right? Never. The second rule to money deals with taxes. And boy, they're really got us good here. There's 3 ways your money's going to get taxed. If you put your money in any one of these accounts, checking, savings, CD, stocks, mutual, you're actually paying a lot of taxes. You pay tax when you get your income, then you put your money in the stock market, and as your stock go up, you also pay more taxes. More money, more taxes. For the folks that have their jobs and love to say, I got a great pension, I got a great 401k, I got a great 403b, 457, IRA, all good stuff. But what they never told us, right, is that we're also going to be paying more taxes. Why? When you put your money in these accounts, you do not pay tax in the beginning. But boy, Uncle Sam is going to get you real good on the back end. Why is that important? Let's bring back to the first slide. Do you want to pay tax on $10,000 when your money is little today? Or do you want to pay tax on $640,000 later on? And ask yourself the question, do you think taxes will go up or down? That's a dumb question. Of course it's going to go up, right? Pay attention. Of course it's going to go up. So if it's going to go up and we don't even know how much, that's like you reading one of my books and saying, hey, Odetta, I want to borrow $100,000. And I tell you, you know what? I'll lend you this $100,000. I'm not going to tell you how much interest. When you're ready to pay me back, then I'll tell you how much interest I want from you. Would anybody ever borrow money without knowing how much interest they're going to pay? So why are we doing this with our 401k, 403b? We're socking away a lot of money in these accounts and legally are going to be paying the most taxes at an unknown rate sometime in the future, when we're actually going to be dependent on this money because we're older, right? And we cannot afford to pay too much of stuff when we're going to be in retirement. So why are we paying more taxes? Why? Why are people putting themselves in a position to pay more taxes? Why? Ask yourself why. Why are you putting your money in accounts that you're legally set up to pay more taxes when your money is bigger, an unknown tax rate into the future for your financial security? Okay, think about that. Another way to think about it, let's say you're a farmer. Do you want to pay tax on the seed or do you want to pay tax on the harvest? Right? The harvest is bigger. The bigger the harvest, the bigger the taxes. And why don't people know about these things? Well, if you think about it, if somebody knows about it, somebody else is losing. If you don't know about it, somebody else is winning. So why don't we know about these things? Because who is taxing this money? The person is taxing this money. Why would they wake us up? Why would they tell us don't do that when they're benefiting from taxing all of this money, right? So what are the better options, Odetta? Have you guys ever heard of tax advantage? These accounts, a Roth IRA, 529 college saving, executive bonus, long-term care, cash value life insurance. When you put your money in these accounts, all of them have pros and cons. And we're not going to get into the pros and cons tonight, but keep it in line with taxes. You pay tax in the beginning. So as your money grows later, you're setting yourself up for less taxes later, right? Let's look at our investment options. This is the third rule to money. Everybody loves to invest, but they have no idea. They're just like throwing stuff on the wall and hope and pray the market goes up and they make some money. But did you guys ever wonder where in any financial journal, magazine, books, or anywhere that says in order to make money, you have to lose money? Why do we think it's okay to lose money to make money? Why? Why are people thinking, I gotta put money in the stock market, I gotta lose money, I should be okay with losing money in order to make money? Why? You don't know what you don't know. And again, why we don't know is because as long as we don't know, somebody else is winning the money game, right? So 3 investment options. If you put your money in the bank, you're getting a fixed product. Your money is safe all day, every day. But guess what, honey? You safely losing money, right? That's like burying money in the backyard. Whatever you put, that's what you got, right? There is absolutely no growth unless it's what you're putting, because the interest is less than 1%. Well, you got to put your money somewhere, right? Banks for me are transactional. Money in, money out. If you put your money in the stock market, which most people have a retirement with their job, 401k, 403b, IRA, 457, you name it. Now you're in the market. You're investing in the market. Sometime you're going to make, sometime you're going to lose. But are you really controlling your future like that? Are you really okay with losing money? Are you really okay with gambling your retirement money? What about if the year you're ready to retire, the market is down? 2001, 2008, 2020. How many times we got to keep seeing this to know that something is wrong? You could make a lot, but the same way you make a lot, you could also be broke the next day. Nothing is guaranteed with the stock market. So I ask the question again, do you really want to gamble with your hard-earned money for your retirement? I don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Third investment option is index strategies. And this is where the 1% is, right? I was just talking to a client of mine and I said to her, I'm going to send you a video that Waka Flocka did, an hour long, talking about index strategies. So the hip hop community is onto it and everybody's watching that video. So what are index? When people think of investing money, they will never think of going to a life insurance company. They think of going to the stock market, going to crypto and all those other places. Almost nobody thinks about, oh, let me go invest my money with an insurance company. But guess what? Insurance company saw the loophole. Insurance company studied the market. Insurance company saw over and over people losing their entire life savings or their retirement, and they created a product called Index IUL. IUL stands for Index Universal Life. Now your money is safe. No more losing. Can somebody mute the line? No more losing. Your money is safe. You can never, ever, ever lose. Forget with losing money. Ain't nobody got time to watch the news, to see who wants to bomb which country, which stock are going down. I don't care. My clients don't care. We ain't watching the news. I don't care which company is going out of business because my money is safe. And it's also growing, right? So how would you like to grow your money? Do you want to go up and down? with a roller coaster and hope and pray the stock market doesn't do anything crazy when you're ready to access your money? Or do you want safety and growth on your money? Because you can't have both. You can't have safety and you can't have growth. Because you don't know it, that's why you've been going the other grain, right? Now, IUL, flagship, love it all day, every day. One of my clients and I were going back and forth today, and she said, Odetta, I think I want to look at a whole life. Run numbers, show her a whole life, what that's going to pay out after 10 years. Show her. It's so funny. Some of my SMD leaders are on today, and I show them the illustration. Person saving in the whole life, 10 years, 10-year pay. How much cash value they're going to have? Person saving in the IUL, same 10-year. How much money they're going to have in their IUL? Unbelievable. But again, she never heard of the IUL. She heard about whole life. She heard about term. And she came to me with a whole life. And I'm like, no, honey. Let me educate you, honey. Let me educate you. In my 5 years doing this business, I have never, ever sold a whole life. I have never, ever helped the family with the whole life. Because when you know better, you do better. So what's the IUL? Index Universal Life. Make no mistake, your money will grow. There's cash value. The max, 15%. Your money is also safe. Guarantee you will never, ever lose money. In fact, when the stock market is down, we're still making money. How is that possible? I'm sure some of you have heard, when the market is down, people are still making money. It's strategies like these they're using. The stock market is down, I'm still going to make money, 0.75. While everybody else is losing, I'm still making money, 0.75. My principal is protected. I never ever lose a penny, and I'm still making money even in a down market. How amazing is that? You're still making money even in a down market. This is why I don't care what the news say. I don't care what the companies are doing. I'm still making money, and that's how you control your future. Now let's talk about tax advantage. People who got money, they don't want to pay a lot of taxes. People who got money, they don't want to pay a lot of taxes. I just onboarded another girl from Georgia. Her number one reason for coming on board is she said, Odetta, I make a lot of money. My friends make a lot of money. But boy, we sure pay a lot of taxes. Why should we pay more taxes if there's ways legally to not pay more taxes? And guys, make no mistake, tax-free means more money. I'm going to say that again. Tax-free means more money. Simple example, if you go to the dollar store right now, and the guy said, you know what, with taxes it's 107, but you know what, forget it. Just give me, don't worry with the taxes. So I'm just going to pay him $1. I just saved 7 cents. Tax-free money is more money, period. So, you see, it's not about just making money. You got to know these rules. You got to know where to put your money to have more money, and tax-free money is more money, right? Tax-free money is more money. And you can access this money at any age. Now, what about the protection? Everybody's lives needs to be protected. I don't care if you got a lot of money or no money, because in America, Google this, the number one reason people go bankrupt is medical bills. Cancer will wipe out your entire income in under 2 years, right? So we got to protect ourselves. You're protecting your cell phone, you're protecting your car, you're protecting your home, you're protecting your boat, you're insuring your trips. But what about you? Who is protecting you? You got to protect yourself first, because you're the one making this money. You're the one bringing in this money for your family. You got to protect yourself with life insurance. But it's not just life insurance. It's getting long-term care. It's getting critical illness. It's getting terminal illness because we're gonna get sick, y'all. We're going to get sick. We're going to grow old, right? Going back to my client, right, in her 80s, she's trying to get help now because she needs help around the house, right? Who's doing her laundry? Who's doing her grocery? She needs help, right? And as she ages more, things may, more things she's going to need help with. But guess what? Who's going to pay us to pay the home health aid? Who's going to pay us to pay for all these other things? You got to put things in place to pay for those things. So, Index Universal Life, 0.75 is the guarantee. You can never ever lose money. When the market is down, we're still making money. Maximum cap, 15%. So, if the stock market is up, your money is up to a cap of 15%. So I'm going to play devil advocate here. If you guys look, this is a historical look back of the last 20 years. 2001, right? Stock market was down negative 16. So if you had $10,000 in 2001, now you're down to 8,396. Person with IUL did not lose a penny. In fact, they made money. 10,075. 2002, stock market down 25%. Now your 8,000 is down to 6,000. Person with IUL still cruising. We all the way up, 10,150. So in between, you're going to make money, you're going to lose money. But what people fail to realize is this concept called actual versus average. 2008, between 2002 and 2008, yes, there's been some positive growth. The market was up. But guess what? In 2008, it wiped out everything that you earned the previous year. Because in 2008, the market was down negative 40, almost half. Imagine if you had $1 million and you were set to retire in 2008. How much money you got now? Really? Like, that's devastation, right? Person with IUL, we still cruising. We didn't lose a penny. 0.75, we still going up. So fast forward, if you look at the actual 20 years, your 10,000 would have grown to 19, right? But guess what? You got to pay tax on this 19,000 now. So how much you really got left back, right? Yeah, you made money, but Uncle Sam coming for his chunk now from this 19,000. Tax-free money is more money, right? The person with their IUL that started with 10,000, it grew to almost 50,000. And this is tax-free, honey. Uncle Sam cannot talk to us. This is tax-free. Tax-free money means more money. On top of it, if this person had gotten sick for the last 20 years and they needed long-term care, they would be having a check coming after 90 days. Because we don't know. Could be an accident, right? Could have been COVID. It could have been something crazy. And now we're sick. You got a check coming to you, honey. And if unfortunately the person had passed away, guess what? The life insurance pays out tax-free. But a person with their 401k, 403b IRA, if they had gotten sick, boy, this 19,000 would have been wiped out. Been wiped out like in 2-3 months. If this person had died, guess what? If they had died in year 2012, when they had 10,000, Uncle Sam will first happily tax this $10,000 and then give his beneficiary the remaining. Guys, this is powerful, right? So again, just to recap, we have a 0.75 guarantee minimum. And for us to get this 0.75, it means everybody else is losing. The banks are not even giving us 0.75, right? Now, these are just your average index or the average interest, right? 8.95, 8.20. We're in the 8%. Where can you get 8% and know that you'll never ever lose money, and know that you have life insurance, and know that you have long-term care. You can never get this with traditional investment, right? So let's put this into numbers and to show you how this is really changing someone's life. Jenny B. Rich, she's a female, 30-year-old. She's saving $600 a month. She's insured for $500,000. Day one, if Jenny B kicks the bucket, her family gets that $500,000. Day one, if Jenny B gets heart attack, cancer, stroke, 2% of this $500,000, which is $10,000 a month. Who is paying us? Or can anybody tell me on this call right now, or think out to yourself, do you have anything that's going to pay you $10,000 per month? God forbid, if we get sick and cannot work. Strategies are powerful. This is what $600 is doing. $600 immediately covers you for $500,000, immediately sets you up with long-term care. You put that $600 in an investment, you put that $600 in the bank, you ain't getting no long-term care, no life insurance, right? So now when Jenny B. Rich is 40, 10 years from today, and guys, if you look at the premium outlay, it's still $600 all the time. She's not even increasing. $600 per month times 12 months, $7,200. She's not even increasing, which is ludicrous, right? Because the more money you make, the more money you save. But this is just to show you how powerful these strategies are. With somebody like her not increasing it in 40 years, in 10 years when she's 40, she contributed 72. She can touch 68. Her value is 76. When she's 45, 15 years from now, she contributed 108. She can touch 144. So almost like everything that she put in, she's getting back and some, right? Amazing. Amazing. Now, let's go to 60. She's 60 years old. 30 years from now, again, we're just showing you the most simple with somebody not even increasing. That's not what you want to do though. The more money you put in, the more money you get out. When she is 60, she contributed $216,000. How much can she take out? Almost $600,000. Everything she puts in plus more, almost double. Well, actually did double. And keep in mind, if she passed away at any time, there's a death benefit paid out. So how is Jenny B. Rich retirement looking? At 65, she would have contributed $252,000. Her retirement income is $787,000, almost $800,000. And this is just one strategy. So if she has a pension, she has Social Security, she has 401k, and now you got this. But the 401k is not guaranteed. The 401k, we don't know what's going to happen 35 years from now. The 401k, we're going to have to deal with Uncle Sam, whether we like it or not. Over here, we cruising. Ain't nobody got time with none of that stuff. We don't care if the stock market drop. We don't care who's the president, what tax laws. We don't care. Okay? This is how you control your future, guys. So now when she's 66, she can take out, right? Because with these strategies, whatever you put in, you're going to create an income stream that you can take out. So now she's able to take out $48,000 every year to supplement her retirement income. You cannot do this in a 401k, 403b IRA. Because number one, it is not guaranteed. Number two, you're going to pay a lot of taxes. Number three, is a lot of uncertainties, right? A lot of uncertainties, variable. And you ain't got no life insurance, and you ain't got no long-term care. You can never ever do this with no other strategies, right? So now, for my friend Chidi that's on the call, let's talk about how we're going to make your kids millionaires, right? So Chidi decided, you know what? I'm going to listen to that, and I'm going to save $300 a month for David and my little girl. Immediately, that $300 covers his kids $500,000 each, y'all. Do you know what that does? Do you Do you know how that makes you feel to know that your kids got $500,000 net worth? That's a big deal, right? $300 a month, instantly your kids are approved, saving $300 a month, $500,000. 10 years from now, they're 11 years old. You contributed 36, you can touch or take out 29. Right? Let's continue. Next slide. And now, let's say college comes around, because most people want their kids to go to college. But hey, maybe they may not go to college. Maybe they're not college material. Maybe they want to start a business. Maybe they want to, I don't know, become a rock star. But let's say they do want to go to college. This is the place you want to save for your kids. Why? I can tell you this because I see it every semester in my classroom. I have 2 black people in my classroom. Everybody else is Asian and Caucasian. And when I ask them, how can you afford to sit in this classroom? They all tell me they got student loans, they got grants, and they got free money from the school. And when I ask them what kind of job their parents are doing and the lifestyle they're living, they come from money. They come from money, but they're still able to get free money. Why? Their parents most likely know what most people don't know. They're not saving the money in a 529 that's going to be seen as an asset. They're not saving the money in the bank that's going to be seen as an asset. They're hiding the money in IUL because this is not seen. So now when they're 21, 22, you can take money out from here if your child decides they want to go to college and help pay for their student loans, if they incur any student loan, right? If they incur any student loan. Now we continue saving $300 a month. The child now is an adult. They're 40 years old, right? And because the parent is the owner, make no mistake, this is mommy and daddy money first. I don't have to give it to you. This is my money. Yes, I'm saving it to help you, but this is my money, okay? If you don't want to listen to me, you ain't getting a penny. If you want to smoke weed and hang out in the club and don't do this and don't do that, this is my money first, right? So now when they're 40, you contributed $53,000, and y'all, where can you get this? $53,000 cash value is $204,000. Fast forward to 50. You contributed $89,000, and it grows to over $500,000. When they're 55, you contributed, not pay, contributed, save, right? You contributed $107,000, and you have access to over $500,000 cash, tax-free. How do you think Chidi's kids in their 30s and 40s and 50s are going to be? I can tell you right now, they're going to be better than all of us on this call because we're starting them off from very little, right? They're getting a head start because now, thanks to Auntie Odetta, their dad listened to me and knows this information. Now when they're 60, right? 60 years old, again, contribution. What's the contribution? We invested, we saved, we contributed $125,000, and it grows to $800,000. 69, we contributed $157,000, and it grows to almost 1.5. Listen, most of us, if somebody had told your parents, listen, start with this plan, save 100, 2, 3, whatever you can afford, and as the years go by, I want you to increase it. And now your child is going to be set for his entire life, not just college money, wedding money, home down payment money, when they get their first child money, all the way up to retirement money. But if they want to act the fool and be non-productive and smoke weed, whose money is this? It's Chidi's money first and foremost. Make no mistake. At 69, when David is 69, he doesn't even know we're plotting his entire future. He's probably playing somewhere. When he's 69, David will have 1.4 million. This is his retirement. And guys, this is just one strategy. What you put in, what you take out. And this is knowing that you have a solid financial future. Doesn't matter what the stock market does. Doesn't matter what the tax laws are. Nobody's messing with this money. All right? So, where would you like to start? Start with what you're comfortable with. Most people think they have to find new money. No, you do not. Whatever you're already doing, when you sit with one of us, if you're putting $500 in your 401k, if your 401k is not matching, you need to reduce that. Free up the money from one pocket to put it in the other pocket. If you're saving money for your child in a bank or in a 529, guess what? We're going to stop that. Or we're going to reduce it and free up money to put in the IUL. If you're saving money in your 403b, and a lot of people are so happy to tell me, oh my God, that I'm doing 14%, 15%, I'm putting a lot of money. And when I ask them, how much is your company matching? They don't even know that. They don't even know how much their company is matching, or if they do, it's always more, it's always less than what they're putting. But again, you don't know what you don't know. So if you were saving $200 in hindsight, $200 a month for the last 30 years, we all would be sitting at a nice almost $300,000. And most people have wasted $200. Your car insurance, your cable bill is probably $200, right? Netflix, nonsense, is $200, right? What if we were saving $300 for the last 30 years or even 20 years? Guys, $176,000 tax-free money? Boy, right? Or if you were doing it for the last 30 years, almost $500,000. But what if you were saving $500? 30 years goes by and now you're almost $800,000. $800,000. So I know if somebody had told my parents this information, they sure would have done this for us. Because my parents worked hard and my parents saved money. But guess what? Like everybody else, they saved it in the bank, they saved it in the stock market, and they are broke. They are broke because they did not know this information. They did not know compound interest. They did not know index strategy. They did not know you don't have to lose money. They never heard about this type of life insurance. They heard about burial life insurance. And nobody wants to buy burial life insurance. Talk to me about this type of life insurance where you're getting savings, where you're getting growth in your money, and it's tax-free, and life insurance, and long-term care. Sign me up all over again. That's why I have 4. And every year for my birthday, God bless me, I'm keeping more and more, right? This is what you want. You want to build tax-free. It's not about just making money. You got to know where to put that money to get the most bang for your buck, right? So for those of you that are trainers and for those of you that are members of our organization, start with your own financial personal strategy. If you don't own an IUL, and I'm going to say it right now, you're dropping your coins. Because why, when we know better, we're still going to keep doing what we've been doing. And we know. Ask the people that are retired right now. We don't have to keep seeing people making these mistakes, right? We already know what it's going to be. So let's change it, right? Make sure you guys are attending your weekly trainings, right? If you're non-licensed, Mondays and Wednesdays. Business partners that are licensed, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We always say communicate with your trainer every day if you want to win. If you don't want to win, you could be on your own, right? If you want to win, you definitely want to connect with your trainer because there's so much to learn, right? There's so much to learn. I'm always learning, putting myself in a position to learn something every single day. And if you don't have your licenses yet, make sure you attend our boot camp, which is this coming Sunday, right? Set up your practice field training appointment because this is where it's all going to come together. When I first started, I've gone on countless field training. And this is where I really saw how this information can really change someone's financial trajectory. Because it's not about saving money. People think, oh, I'm making good money, I'm going to save it. No, it's a different skill set. You make the money, you save the money, that's not going to be enough. Because that lady, she made a lot of money as a nurse, and boy, she saved it too. But it's still not enough, right? So, with that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to Vane. And I want to say, I don't know, Vane, did you go over the next presentation we're having on Monday? If not, I can pull it up.
Yeah, I touched bases, but if you have the picture, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. So you may want to hear this information again, right? It's Life Insurance Awareness Month. On Monday the 12th, we will have another webinar. This time, we're going to show you another strategy to build wealth and to protect your wealth, right? If you have kids, you need a will. If you got a bank account, you need a will. But what if we get sick? What do you have in place to pay you out, right? Because the IUL may not be for everybody, because you got to qualify. You got to qualify for this stuff, right? Unfortunately, this week, one of our business partner, we applied for a couple and 2 kids. Mom got approved, dad got approved, one of the kids got approved, and the other one did not get approved. A little boy, right? So what do I mean by approved? What are these companies looking for? Well, make no mistake, you better be healthy. You better be healthy because they all have long-term care and living benefits. If you're not healthy, you're not in, right? You got to be healthy. If you're born with certain things or an organ is missing, something, you got to be healthy first and foremost. The next thing that these companies look for is your motor vehicle driving records. If you're reckless, you got a lot of DUI, you're getting a lot of tickets, you had an accident, and you're just like crazy with the road. That's a risk. Why would they want to take you on, right? You're going to either kill somebody or kill yourself. Then we're going to have to pay out this death benefit, right? So they look at your motor vehicle records, but a big part of it, the biggest piece of weight is going to be your health. So get in touch with the person who invited you tonight. Even if it's just to say, you know what, it sounds good, I like it, this is what I want to do, and how can I start the process? Or I have some questions, I'm not quite sure. Get in touch with the person who invited you so we could answer your questions. And like I always tell people, you have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you get in touch with us so we could share with you these strategies, because I promise you, if it's not one of us, you're never going to hear this information, because the banks are not going to educate you and the government is not going to educate you. Because if the government educates you, then what money they're going to tax? Why would they tell you, right? If the bank educates you, guess what? You're not going to put your money with them. So they're not going to tell you these things. They're not going to tell you these things, right? So we are on a mission for financial education. We're always looking for people like myself all over the US and Canada, right? So if you have folks in Canada, you have folks in different parts of the US, get in touch with us so we can help those individuals. We can protect them. We can show them how to truly build their wealth. So when they get to 70, 80s, and God knows whatever age, right? Money is the last thing that they would even have to worry about. The last thing.
Oh my God, Loretta. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was amazing. You know, I heard this information many, many times, but whenever you talk about it, you add your own insight and thoughts